Welcome to Top List. Today, we are counting down the top 20 best family movies of all time. The kind of films that make you laugh together, quote lines for years, and turn a random evening into a real family moment. We are starting at number 20 and climbing all the way to the one movie that truly earns the top spot. So stay with us to the end, because the higher we go, the more iconic the picks get. As we go, tell me in the comments which movie your family rewatches the most, and which one you think should be number one. If you enjoy this countdown, please hit like and subscribe for more top lists every week. And if you see the hype button, tap it to support the channel and help us make the next video even better. Let's dive in. 20th place. Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, 1977. Before superheroes ruled theaters, this adventure blasted moviegoers into a galaxy of rebels, villains, and unlikely heroes. A young farm kid gets pulled into a fight against a ruthless empire, guided by an old warrior, a fearless princess, and a charming smuggler. It is fast, funny, and full of wonder, with effects that changed what blockbusters could look like. The music by John Williams is still instantly recognizable. Released on May 25, 1977, it started in just a few dozen theaters and quickly became a worldwide obsession. The film earned 6 Academy Awards, plus a Special Achievement Honor for sound creation. 19th place. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, 2005. A simple game of hide-and-seek becomes a doorway to a snowy world where animals talk, legends feel real, and courage is tested fast. 4 siblings step into an epic fight between icy fear and warming hope, and they grow up right in front of you without losing that sense of wonder. Based on the classic novel by C.S. Lewis, the movie blends cozy winter magic with real stakes, but it never forgets its heart. The creatures and makeup still look fantastic, and the film won the Academy Award for Best Makeup. It also earned Oscar nominations for sound and visual effects, which makes sense the moment the fantasy world opens up. 18th place. The Parent Trap, 1961. This Disney classic starts with a twist that still feels like movie magic. 2 identical girls meet by chance and discover they are twins. One is careful, the other is fearless, and their clashing personalities make every scene fun without turning mean. They trade places, slip into each other's lives, and quietly try to patch up a broken family. The story stays light, but it lands with real warmth, especially when the girls realize what they have missed. Hayley Mills pulls off both roles with charm and sharp timing, making the twin illusion feel effortless. The film earned Academy Award nominations for sound and film editing, and it even won an editing award from the American Cinema Editors. 17th place. The NeverEnding Story, 1984. If you ever wished a book could pull you inside its pages, this movie is your dream. A lonely kid finds a mysterious story, and as he reads, a whole fantasy world starts to feel dangerously close. A young hero must cross strange lands, face fear, and keep hope alive, while a creeping darkness spreads. The film mixes real emotion with bold creatures, striking sets, and a musical vibe that still hits people with nostalgia. Underneath the adventure is a gentle message about imagination and holding on when life feels heavy. Directed by Wolfgang Petersen, it was also described as the most expensive film ever produced in Germany at the time, which helps explain the scale. 16th place. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, 1989. This is the family adventure that turns an ordinary backyard into a wild new planet. After a shaky invention goes wrong, a group of kids becomes tiny, and every step home becomes a test of teamwork and courage. A blade of grass feels like a tree, a puddle feels like an ocean, and even harmless insects look like monsters. The movie balances laughs with real suspense while keeping the heart front and center. Rick Moranis brings warm, awkward dad energy, so the comedy never feels cruel. The special effects were strong enough to win a BAFTA for visual effects, and they still hold up because the movie sells the idea with clever, practical scale tricks. It is a crowd pleaser for all ages. 15th place. Matilda, 1996. A small girl with a huge mind is stuck with adults who never listen and never read. Instead of giving up, she finds courage, humor, and a strange power that lets her push back in clever ways. Matilda is playful and sweet, but it also has real heart, especially in the bond with her kind teacher. The school scenes are unforgettable, with a larger-than-life principal who turns everyday rules into comedy and chaos. It is based on Roald Dahl's story and directed by Danny DeVito, which explains the warm narration and storybook energy. If you like family films where the underdog wins with brains and bravery, this one is pure comfort. 14th place. Ghostbusters, 1984. Three oddball scientists lose their jobs and start a business doing what nobody else dares: catching ghosts. Set in New York, Ghostbusters blends spooky sights with huge laughs and never takes itself too seriously. The heroes rely on quirky gadgets, fast talk, and pure luck as a supernatural problem grows from strange to city-wide. Kids get the monsters and the wild action, while adults catch the sharp jokes and timing. The theme song became a pop culture catchphrase you can still hear in your head, and the movie stayed so influential it was added to the National Film Registry. It is scary enough to feel exciting, but friendly enough to watch together. 13th place. The Karate Kid, 1984. A teen new to town gets bullied, feels alone, and thinks strength means fighting back. Then he meets a quiet neighbor who teaches him a different kind of power: calm focus, respect, and discipline. The Karate Kid is a classic coming-of-age story wrapped in a crowd-pleasing sports movie. The training scenes are simple, memorable, and oddly relaxing, like lessons you can take into real life. When the pressure builds toward a competition, the tension is real, and the crowd energy is electric. At its core, it is about confidence and character, not violence, and the mentor-student bond gives it warmth that lasts. The performance behind Mr. Miyagi was so strong it earned an Academy Award nomination. 12th place. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, 2001. A boy who has never felt special learns his life belongs to a hidden world filled with enchanted streets, moving staircases, and secrets behind ordinary doors. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is all about discovery, following Harry's first year at a magical school where friendships form fast and mystery is always nearby. It balances wonder, humor, and a bit of danger without becoming too heavy for families, which is why so many people rewatch it like a holiday tradition. Director Chris Columbus keeps the tone cozy and welcoming, and John Williams' music makes every moment feel larger than life. The film earned 3 Academy Award nominations for art direction, costumes, and score. 11th place. The Goonies, 1985. A group of kids facing the end of their neighborhood decide to spend one last weekend together, and they stumble into a treasure map that changes everything. The Goonies is loud, messy, and packed with spirit, the kind of adventure where every tunnel turn brings a trap, a joke, or a brand new surprise. The friendships feel real because the kids talk over each other like real friends do when they are excited and scared at the same time. The story comes from Steven Spielberg with a script by Chris Columbus, and the energy never slows down. It became such a beloved classic that it was later selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. 10th place. Paddington, 2014. A polite little bear arrives in London with a suitcase, a red hat, and a serious love for marmalade. Lost at Paddington Station, He is taken in by the Brown family and quickly turns ordinary life into delightful chaos. Paddington is warm, funny, and surprisingly emotional. The kind of film that makes both kids and adults smile for different reasons. The humor comes from simple misunderstandings and big-hearted kindness, not mean jokes. There is also a light mystery that keeps the story moving, plus a flashy villain who raises the stakes. Based on the classic character created by Michael Bond, it feels like a love letter to being polite, brave, and a little bit messy. Ninth place, Mrs. Doubtfire, 1993. A devoted dad is suddenly kept at a distance from his children after a family breakup, so he comes up with a wild plan to stay close. Disguised as a strict but lovable nanny, he returns to the home from a new angle and learns what his kids truly need. The comedy is big and physical, but the movie's real strength is its heart and its honesty about family change. Robin Williams brings unstoppable warmth and quick humor, making even small moments feel alive. The transformation is so convincing that the film won the Academy Award for Best Makeup. It is a funny, sweet ride that still hits home for parents and kids. Eighth place, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 1971. A handful of lucky kids find golden tickets and step into the most famous candy factory ever imagined. Inside, every room feels like a dream you can taste, filled with strange rules, playful songs, and surprises around every corner. The movie is bright, weird, and endlessly rewatchable, mixing pure wonder with a tiny bite of danger that keeps you curious. Gene Wilder's Wonka is charming one moment and mysterious the next, so you never quite know what he will do. Based on Roald Dahl's beloved story, it is less about candy and more about choices, manners, and imagination. Families keep coming back because it feels like a magical tour with a wink. Seventh place, The Sound of Music, 1965. Few family movies feel as comforting as this classic. A spirited young woman becomes the governess for a strict widower's 7 children, and she slowly wins them over with music, patience, and joy. The songs are unforgettable, the scenery is gorgeous, and the story balances laughter with real emotion. You do not need to be a musical fan to get pulled in, because the relationships feel genuine and the energy is contagious. Julie Andrews brings warmth that lights up every scene. The film went on to win the Academy Award for Best Picture, and it still feels like a big, cozy blanket you can watch together. Its gentle humor and sing-along moments make it timeless. Sixth place, Back to the Future, 1985. A teenager and his eccentric scientist friend test the craziest experiment ever. A time machine built from a car. One sudden mistake sends the teen decades into the past, where he must think fast, blend in, and find a way back home without messing up his own future. Back to the Future is funny, fast, and endlessly rewatchable, packed with clever setups and satisfying payoffs. Michael J. Fox has perfect timing, and the friendship at the center gives the story real heart. It also won the Oscar for sound effects editing, which makes sense once the chase scenes kick in. If you want a family adventure that feels smart and joyful, this is it. Fifth place, Home Alone, 1990. A big family trip goes wrong, and one boy is forgotten in the rush, waking up to discover that he finally has the house to himself. At first, it feels like a dream come true, with junk food, late nights, and no rules. And he struts around like a tiny king. Then, 2 dim but dangerous burglars choose the same house, and the fun turns into a creative battle of wits. The traps are wild, the physical comedy is huge, yet the film never loses its warm heart. Under all the chaos, it is a story about feeling ignored, learning to stand up for yourself, and realizing just how much family really matters when you think you have lost them. Fourth place, The Princess Bride, 1987. This is a fairy tale told the way families actually love to hear them, with sword fights, jokes, true love, and a little bit of sarcasm sprinkled everywhere. A sick boy listens as his grandfather reads a story about a farmhand who will cross any distance to save his beloved. Along the way, they meet giants, schemers, and a swordsman with a very personal mission, and every scene delivers a new, memorable line. The tone is playful but sincere, so both kids and adults feel in on the joke. It becomes a movie people quote for years, the kind that quietly turns into a family tradition on the couch every single time. Third place, Mary Poppins, 1964. A London family is falling apart quietly, with busy parents, restless children, and a house full of rules but not much joy or laughter. Then Mary Poppins arrives, floating in with her umbrella and an attitude that is both firm and wonderfully kind. She leads the children into magical outings where everyday tasks turn into songs, dances, and small miracles that feel almost ordinary in her presence. The mix of real actors and animation makes each adventure feel like a picture book springing to life in front of your eyes. Underneath the fun, the film gently nudges the parents to remember what truly matters at home. It is comforting, imaginative, and endlessly rewatchable for all ages. Second place, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, 1982. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a lonely boy discovers someone even more lost than he is, a small visitor from another world, stranded far from home and scared. Instead of turning him in, the boy hides his new friend, teaches him simple words, and builds a secret bond that feels as strong as family. As adults begin to sense that something strange is happening, the kids race to protect their guest and help him find a way back before it is too late. The story is full of wonder, glowing lights, and nighttime bike rides, but its heart is the friendship between a child and someone who understands feeling different and alone. And in first place is The Wizard of Oz, 1939. A girl who feels misunderstood in a gray, dusty town dreams of escape and suddenly gets more than she wished for when a storm carries her away. Swept into a land of bright colors and odd magic, she sets out along a shining road to ask for help from a distant wizard everyone claims can fix anything. On the way, she befriends a scarecrow, a tin man, and a nervous lion, each searching for something they believe they lack but may already carry inside. Together, they face strange dangers and learn to rely on one another. The film blends catchy songs, striking images, and a simple truth about home that still touches new generations. And that wraps up our top 20 best family movies of all time. Now it is your turn. Which movie from this list is a must-watch in your home? And which one do you think we ranked way too high or way too low? Drop your picks in the comments because we read every comment, and they really help us shape the next countdown. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next list. And if you see the hype button, hit it to support the channel and keep these videos coming. Want to watch the movies from today's list? Check the video description for links to physical and digital copies. Also, consider joining the channel for early access to new videos, discounts on merchandise, and other extras. And do not forget to take a look at our merchandise store for something fun to rep the channel.